So hello everyone, I'm Myrmonden here and welcome to my review of Yowamushi Pedal episode 21. I felt that's a pretty last episode to be honest right away. Like it's not the worst episode ever, but it's not the best either, right? I think the episode just kind of spent a lot of time doing nothing, and like it had two really good scenes, which is the last scene and of course the Isa hand grab with everyone. That stuff is really good, but obviously the ending, I have a hard time in an episode saying that's the best, because like obviously the ending just building up for the next week, right? So it's like, yeah, wow, good ending, but not like a twist ending, right? Not like inside, should kill him? More just, oh, okay, this is a really nice build up for next week. Yeah, so like a really nice build up ending, but that doesn't mean the episode is that good, right? And obviously all the supported. Otherwise, it wasn't that good actually. I have to say that, unfortunately, because obviously the anime is soon to be end, right? And I guess they won't finish the race this season. That was surprised me a lot if they could finish this race in the last episode. They definitely can't, right? So, I mean, first of all, the recap was pretty long, and then they kind of just added more on that. We see the thing going past them, right? And then you just really don't do anything episode. Episode just didn't do anything. Like the first 5 or so minutes, stopped just before halfway or so, we saw the Easter part of him crying and everyone giving your hand to him, give me 5 things. That was really good though, because obviously all of those people doing it, people he has defeated pretty much, put out the team. Even his best friend Ashiki is kind of not because of him, right? Then of course he has Sugimoto, then we have Koga. So that's a great scene, all of them being like, we are teammates, we still want you to win, otherwise we don't win. So yeah, so they were like, he's like, oh, they still like me? They're gonna hate me. He's like, no. And he's like, no, why? You knock him out. Your teammates, yeah, can we win? So obviously that was pretty good, but that's a really good scene. And he come over his kind of short expression there very quickly because of that. Which feels a little like, I don't know, but yeah, he's a stupid character, I guess, so it somewhat makes sense. I don't know, it's like, but still pretty good scene. And the ended good too, when all the guys get in Naruto and so on, they are like, he hate you, and then punch him in the face, you hate you, like, oh, they never loved me. Like, yeah, but we don't actually like you as a person, so, like, yeah, they're like, no. But we don't like you at all, like not in the race. And I was like, oh, you're serious? Like, like, no, he's joking with me. Like, nope, we do hate you. I was like, what? Obviously, slightly joking, but not really, like, because he's kind of irritated person. So yeah, that was a good scene overall. That took place like 7 or 7 minutes to like 11 minutes, right? So before those minutes, nothing much happened. And then after that, nothing much happened. It's going to be a very short review here. I usually do pretty long reviews about Yowamushi Pedal, but this week I feel that, I was used to do honest reviews, and I feel like, no, I'm sitting there fake, oh, it's so good. No, it wasn't that good, because like first 6 or so minutes didn't do anything, and after the Isa part, it was not like 6 or so minutes that I didn't do anything either, right? Until we got to the Unoda ending. So in the middle there was like, oh yeah, you think you can trick me? Oh yeah, I'm gonna feed you spicy food. Oh yeah, but I can eat that. Oh yeah, you can. And like that kind of weird banter that wasn't that good, wasn't that funny. They didn't bring any characterization, any character development, nothing, right? And I come back to do live reaction, I was like, oh, they're just like, I mean, yes, they are bicycling here in this scene, but it feels like they're sitting on a table talking to each other for like 10 minutes, like this back and forth. It's like a really weird banter that doesn't really feel like there's any depth into it, or not very intelligent banter, but also not very like, it's not very meaningful, like whatever. It's kind of really weak insult to each other, like, oh, yeah, on my pics, like, yeah, that was just weak. So that was the worst part of the story by far. In the middle there, after he start up to the Unoda, kind of talk to himself thing, and then of course the ending. So I mean that part was just funny. That was they also been joked about the whole fourth wall thing, right? Or like he's the main character. So like, yeah, the wall thing. How can I beat the actual wall in the episode, right? This mental wall. And then he's like, Senpai would do this for me, and Senpai would say that. Oh, let's do this, guys. And they're like, yeah, you're right. I was like, what, you hear me? Like, yeah, you talk to yourself all the time, loudly. It's like, I do. And then we see some of the flashbacks with him, like, he's like in the basketball and does the super, I have to do this. Yeah, gamma there. And they're like, he thinks he's the main character of the universe or something. Yeah, it was like that. That was pretty good. It's like, that's weird. Talks to himself like he's a camera in front of him. Yeah, that's weird. Remember, yeah, so that was a nice joke to like a fourth wall level on, right? Because the calf is like, he's the main character. It's like, we're the main character, but he acts as the main character because he speaks to himself loudly. It's like, I should do this in this now. They're like, yeah, if you can hear me do that. We can. Why? What the fuck? So that was really funny though. And then we go to the ending, and the ending was great. The ending made no sense. You see, of course, Hakone, this is how they plan out this, that we're gonna remove Unoda. How can we remove him? But he's actually very fragile. He's just good at climbing, but he has no like confidence and he's bad with people. So if you just like get the pact to surround him, then he's just gonna be fucked. Everyone's gonna hate him because he's number one. He's the number one tag, and he was really nasty. Everyone's gonna help us to just like crush him. So it's gonna be great. Yeah. So they managed to do that. Of course, it ends with him being surrounded by all these guys. And then they're like, this, punching him, like, elbowing away. They're like, oh, it hurts me, guys. And they're like, yeah, on purpose, kiddo. Yeah, and they're all like, fuck you, little kid, pretty much, right? And then he's like, I can't see him. He's so tiny. He's trampled to death, probably. And of course, then they will see that the darkness, like, cladding around him, and it's darker and darker. So that's a good scene. Really good scene, actually. So yeah, that was this episode. I feel that's what the episode was kind of weak, because the ending, as I mentioned, good. The hand thing, bam, 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 with all three of those guys. They felt like, the fans with friendship kind of thing, like forced friendship because they had to win, because they wanted the team to win. And then, of course, we see them crying afterwards and so on. And they all get like, I don't say whether I tried to, consort him or whatever. And that was good. That was really good. There's like two really good scenes, and then the rest was just kind of there, right? So, overall, a pretty weak episode. Definitely approach the anime, I think, on the last. Let's see, 18, 19, yeah, the last 3-4 weeks or so, right? Has been very slow, and they definitely just like, let's just milk out the race, but it starts now, so it starts to remind you of lap first and second, especially if you watch Pedal. That is a pretty good anime, but they definitely have really long parts of the anime, but it's like, oh, we're gonna race 500 meters, oh, there's like 5 episodes, you go like 100 meter episode, and they just talk sort of like flashback and so on, and nothing happens at the actual race, and you're like, yeah, it makes no sense, like you can't have this dialogue for like freaking actual like 2 hours, like 1 hour at least, of actual content of a dialogue. Because then you would have pretty much finished the race. But it's like there's no way you're this slow when you actually are, going, right. And that's kind of how it fit in this episode. Well, actually, this episode was better thinking about, because they did say though that they're slowing down their pace. We're just copying their pace. They're actually slowing down every minute. That's why the pack get to us. So we fought for that trick. And actually, that sounds like it makes sense that they can have their freaking like 10 minutes dialogue, because actually it was buzzing very slowly. So that's the most of the last year. However, though, what I really did that episode generally was that thing, but the slowness of it. But Teshima, Junta Teshima, that made no sense when he was like, I know his plan. This is his plan. And it's like, why are you telling us now? When it's like 5 minutes too late. You're like, I really saw that 10 minutes ago. We're like, what? Yeah, that was so weird. Like, he went back, like, he's already starting his plan. Like, we're talking about, he's been slowing down his pace for the last 5 minutes. We've been following that. So the pack's gonna get to us. And I was like, oh, the pack! And we get that face. Everyone's like, oh shit, screaming on the face, right? But that made no sense with the captain. It's like, yeah, Unoda has to learn how to be number one. Like, is that his plan? It's like, I'm gonna put Unoda in the worst situation he can be in, so he can, like, learn and or something. Yeah, it's like, he has to grow as a person. I'm gonna help him to, character develop here, so I'm gonna like force him into the situation. That is better. It's like, what? So I think that actually was really weak. And overall, I think Teshima is pretty good. I liked him, lost him in the Yoga first season, but I think the problem here is that he's supposed to be this genius character, right? Like bad physique, great brain instead. And so far, he's always doing like really bad strategies. Like the time when they were like, oh, let's just wait a lap for Isa, then we can just like, that's a bad strategy. No, I was like, they didn't need that. They could have just beat the other teams without him, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, but so I mean, that's a bad team thing. But I mean, like generally, like so far he's shown zero good strategies overall, right? And this is like, oh, he knew the enemy strategy and didn't say anything because reasons. I think it's like he wanted to grow, right? And then he's kind of like, I don't know. So yeah, pretty weak episode, I think. And that part actually made it worse too, because it makes no logical sense. So yeah, hopefully next week's gonna be cooler. I mean, it ends really good though. It ends really good, but it also makes the episode weaker, right? Because if the ending is really good, but it's a twist ending, it's like a good build-up ending, that means you anticipate the next episode to be really good, right? That's why the ending is good, because you hypes you up for the next week. But that doesn't mean that this week is that good in itself, right? And also it means that the next week isn't that good. Then this sucks, right? Because it's hyping you up for something that's a succeed. So we can't even tell exactly if it's good or not right now. So yeah, we will see you next week, guys. So have a great day and see you.